Hi, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 13th, 2022 Supermoon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, a warning not to be scammed by anyone pretending to be me or any other reader, asking you if you want a reading, asking you for a donation. Just be very cautious, guys. Now let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibrations, and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what the cards have to say. Actually, let's start off before we dive into, everything else. Let's start off with the energy we have to be mindful of and with talking about this supermoon. So this supermoon is in Capricorn. It is on the 13th of July, and this is a very intense moon. It moves us quite powerfully. So what comes forward during this time is us wanting to be useful, us wanting to be validated. And so this is a time where we're going to put all our time, all our energy into the validation from others, into what we think is the most important logical thing for us to be doing at this time, which makes perfect sense because we want to be successful. But the amount of pressure we put on ourselves and the amount of validation and power we give to other people during this moon can be absolutely out of proportion with what it needs to be. So this is going to be a time where we need to look at ourselves and say, well, what do I really want? And I need my approval first, not everybody else's. So here, let's look at the energy we are to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is showing new opportunities coming our way. But we can become so obsessed with these opportunities, with the way that we think that we're supposed to be moving forward, with what we think that we're supposed to be doing, that we're not really in communion with ourselves, with our angels and our spirit guides, and with just the quiet act of listening to how we're supposed to be moving forward in our lives. This is going to be based off of what other people think and how other people will perceive this, how other people will perceive our success, instead of how we ourselves want to be successful. It moves us to our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is angels and masters. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. We're going to find that our angels are guiding us more and more during this time. That's why the quiet act of listening is going to be so important, because we're going to be able to see, hear, feel what is needed. But if we're so busy living to everybody else's standards and everybody else's words, we're going to lose ourselves, and we'll feel it, Sagittarius. We'll feel it, and it will be powerful, and it will be sad. So let's see what the moon has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels. Okay, so what's really interesting is that we have a lot of fire sign energy coming forward, which Sagittarius, we are fire sign energy also. So we have the full moon in Aries, we have the full moon in Leo, and it says a fiery climax approaches. Don't let your pride get in the way. Something is going to come to a head during this time. There is going to be a revelation. There's going to be a way that we see things. I see this more around work, because fire sign is around our passion, our work, whatever we're super passionate about, whatever holds our heart and our determination and our desires, this is what we're going to be seeing gaining momentum within our lives. There's going to be, I'm just seeing like a drawbridge let down. So there's going to be something that once seemed impossible starting to become more possible. It's not like a drawbridge. It's like one of those bridges that they lift up when the boats go past. So here it's just going to be like, okay, this was paused, now it's moving forward. Now this is what I need. There is an insight, there is a possibility coming forward here as well that this moon is showing a fiery climax. Tempers can be running high. We can find that we take things just a little bit personally during this time, or very personally during this time, depending on our temperament. So just be aware of this. Don't let pride get in the way. We're going to see things more, again, personal. We're going to take things as personal attacks. And it's going to be because our pride or our sense of self we feel is being attacked. So just, if we can separate ourselves from things, if we can step back from things, that would be highly beneficial. There's going to be a lot of growth here. There's going to be a lot of, this is what I need, this is what I want, this is where I need to be within myself and for myself. There's also going to be a sense as we're seeing how we're validating everybody else but not validating ourselves. We're going to be seeing how we grow. Remember, this is the buck moon. So this is the time where the bucks come forward. Deers, male deers, come forward and show their strength and show their power. This is, and also test, their limits and their authority. That's what we're going to be kind of doing here for ourselves, which is funny because Sagittarius, I didn't see this with anybody else until you, right at this moment, where it's like, okay, just as they're testing the way that they're growing, the way that they're moving forward, we're going to be testing the way that we're growing, the way that we're moving forward, what we're headed to, what we really want. And it brings a element of the extremes forward with us, but also that fire sign energy again coming through. And it's just passion and determination. We can find that we run a little hot during this time. So we want to, crack a window or, keep the AC on or have a fan blowing on us to cool us. There's also going to be a great benefit in ice baths or ice showers, cold showers, just to be able to center within ourselves and be very aware of our bodies and what we want and what we need. And of course, talk to a healthcare professional before starting anything because it could be a shock to your system. But there is a sense of passions running very high. And we need to make sure that our passions aren't led by pride and aren't led by other people trying to manipulate us because they can see the fire, the passion, the determination that we have. It moves us to our tarot energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay. So it's the wheel of fortune, which is just the wheel here, the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. So the wheel is showing us that things change. The number 10 is a number of change. In the major arcana, it's things that we can't avoid. So when the wheel comes in, when change comes in, when we're entering into a new season, when we're entering into a new sense of self, we're looking at things in a very different way. We're finding ourselves again, but we're also seeing that we're changing what we really want and what we really value during this time. So it can be here, Sagittarius, that we're finding ourselves, we're really asserting ourselves, but there's also this sense of, but I already know who I am coming forward. Now, for some that might be very strong, for others it might be a little bit quieter. As we're entering into a time of change, it doesn't mean that we're giving up everything that we are, everything that we want. It means that we're looking at, what do I need right now to be the best me possible? Because it moves us to the Knight of Pentacles. We're laying down a foundation of prosperity and success. Now, because we aren't earth sign energy, we're fire sign energy, there is this sense here of being very focused on the earthly plane, right? Because as ones, we are also focused on the earthly plane. But there's a sense of, I see somebody else kind of laying the foundation, like saying, oh, maybe you should do this, or maybe you should think of that. This is going to be an earth sign energy, but just somebody very stable, very down to earth, very, very, they're very charming. They just have this charm to them, like this little crooked smile, this little like twinkle in their eye, this way that they can be absolutely charming and absolutely infuriating at the exact same time at times. But they lay down a foundation and they show you what you want, and they lead you to where it is that you really want to be for yourself. And there's this sense of slowly and steadily building what you want and what you desire. As a fire sign energy, we want things to be a lot faster, but the earth sign energy here is coming in. It's like, no, slow and steady. You want to build it right. And there's like there's no need to rush. That's definitely what's coming forward. There's no need to rush. We might think that there is, and there might be for certain reasons, or at certain times there could be a need to rush. But what is coming forward is take your time and build it slowly. It leads us to the Knight of Swords. This is an air sign energy, right? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is somebody who's very blunt and to the point. This is somebody who is very determined. It is somebody who, I just see them as taking up space. Like they take up space. When you walk into a room, you can't help, when they walk into a room, or you walk into the room and they're there, you can't help but notice them. They take up space in a way that doesn't have to do with like physical mass. It has to do with the power of their energy, the power of themselves. There's a sense of working with words, and there's a sense of freedom through words. Now, I don't know exactly what they do, but I just see that they have a freedom through words, a way of expression. Expression is very important to them. It can be words, it can be art, it can be clothing, it can be, whatever it is. This is the way that they express themselves, and this is the way that you're going to find yourself being empowered by this person. There is a way of jumping forward towards what you want, but you have to state it. Like, you have to state it, and this person is going to say they can't read minds. No matter how gifted a person is, they can only interpret things through their energy, their understanding. So they can sit there and say, oh, well, you're really scared about this. And it can be that you're scared, but also super excited and super determined to get it done. So just know that this person is going to make things a lot more clear, because they're going to say you have to be honest with yourself. There's also a sense of us being so on point with our words, with our determination, with our focus, with our language. Language is going to be really important here, the way that we express ourselves, what we're discovering, what we want. Letter writing, or something to do, again, with the written word, is going to be very important for us. It can be that we journal. It can be that we're really guiding ourselves during this time, or taking Spirit's guide by just doing free form writing. You're going to see that opens up a door. And it's going to open up a door to a place where we sit there and realize, this is my determination, this is my focus, this is what I want, this is what I need. I've trained for this. The King of Swords is not somebody who just, kind of mucks around with things. They've trained to learn how to use the sword. They've trained to learn how to be the best. And there's something here, Sagittarius, that you've been working at, being the best at, for quite some time. And now it's time to take that role, like to move yourself forward with that energy of authority. It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and it's the Six of Swords. We're moving forward in a new direction, but there's also a sense here of somebody kind of wanting to steer the ship for us. We're taking all the knowledge. We have all the knowledge. We've gathered all the information. There's somebody here who's going to be like, oh, well, you should do this, or oh, you should focus on that. And if it works for us, great. If it doesn't, don't be bullied by this person. Our subconscious chakra energy is holistic health, and this is the root chakra. At the root of us, we need to listen to our body. We need to listen to what we need. And there's a sense here of we need to embrace peace and calm, and find a way to quiet the world. Now, whether this is, more exercise, or sitting out in the sun, or, taking GABA, or calms, or rescue remedy, lavender, chamomile, whatever it is, we need to calm ourselves and center ourselves to be able to see the beauty, the power, and the prosperity that is us. The holistic health is saying, okay, we can have health come to us from healthcare professionals, and that's fantastic. But I also need to be in line with my body and listening to it. Our subconscious Luna message is work through your fears. Wisdom. By working through our fears, and this is the new moon in Scorpio, we will find tremendous wisdom. There's going to be something that held us back. There's going to be something that has overwhelmed us. That's where the wisdom lies. When we look at it, and it's no longer terrifying, but we see the power, the determination, the focus of us leading us forward. It moves us to our subconscious tarot message, and it's the Two of Cups, healing, beautiful love. We're connecting with our heart, our soul, our passion, ourselves. There's healing, there's love, there's beauty, there's intention coming forward, and we need to embrace it. There's more here than meets the eye, and there's beauty to us that is guiding us in a whole new direction. All right. And there's also a sense of coming home. There's also a sense of not being afraid to ask for help, but also realizing the power and the beauty in our own hands. All right, Sagittarius, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending you loving, healing energy. And may peace guide you forward. So now let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy. as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this supermoon and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Sagittarius, and may you have a blessed supermoon.